Hey guys, and welcome to the Working Money channel. So a bit of financial news at the top here, 99%, and I was actually pretty shocked by this statistic, 99% of Americans will be financially worse off than they were pre-pandemic by mid-2024, and that is coming from JP Morgan. So here we have JP Morgan weighing in on the situation. The majority of Americans have burned through their excess savings piled during the bear flu pandemic, and in the coming months, JP Morgan says it is likely that almost everyone will be worse off financially than they were in 2019. In a Thursday note, the bank's top stock strategist, Marco Kolinov, said 80% of customers, a group that accounts for nearly 2/3 of consumption, has already depleted any savings cushion they may have built during the lockdowns. It is likely that only the top 1% of consumers by income will be better off than they were before the pandemic. He also pointed out that growing signs of credit card and auto loan delinquencies are occurring, as well as Chapter 11 filings, so filings for bankruptcy. The chart below shows how by June of 2024, every income group except the top 1% is on pace to dip below their March 2020 levels of inflation-adjusted liquid assets in the form of deposits and money market funds. So guys, you can see how that has just declined, change in inflation-adjusted liquid assets, and how if zero is the base level, you guys can see up here, the top 1% is the only one, even 2 to 20% just dipped below that, You guys can see that down there. But the top 1%, really, the only ones that are above water, the only ones that have benefited during the beer flu. So what is this going to mean for Americans? And I mean, I'm sure this does extend to many other countries around the world, especially Western countries that had very strict measures during the beer flu. JP Morgan, I don't want to get into that. JP Morgan estimated previously that excess savings had peaked in August of 2021 at $2.1 trillion, boosted by government stimulus checks. That's since been whittled down to below $148 billion per the firm's calculations as of October. So mid-2021, you say? I mean, that was when markets were rocking and rolling. This is the S&P 500 on the daily. And you guys can see up here, we did top in and around December of 2021. So this was the period where people were still doing okay. I mean, that was, during the GameStop era. As they mentioned in that article too, stimulus checks, people investing in the stock market and cryptocurrencies, because we also have to remember total market cap up here. So this is the entire crypto market. We also have to remember that 2021 was that bull year for cryptos, and then boom, everything collapsed in 2022. So, if you were one of those people who invested in crypto and are now holding the bag, well, you would fall in that category because you did not cash out enough in 2021. Luckily for us though, guys, we have been accumulating throughout 2022 into 2023, and I still do believe there is another opportunity to be accumulating cryptocurrencies. We don't want to fall in this rut. Patreon.com/workingmoneychannel. I'm going to be showing all my Patreon subscribers what I'm trading this time around, and I'm going to be giving you guys regular updates. I even had a patron say, yeah, I got into the Patreon in the summer, and my cost average prices are better than yours, Working Money channel. Good for you guys. I am so happy that people are, purchasing cryptos at the right time, as opposed to, when the FOMO's kicking in. Anyway, I'm sharing all kinds of resources here, guys. I'm going to be doing a live Q&A session as well. Still got to schedule that. So for my patrons, you will likely be getting a notice as to when that is going to be occurring. So we got the crypto market now, guys. Bitcoin just kind of teetering. We have not seen the trend go above $44,000. Bitcoin right now trading at about 43,500. And so since that top up there at 44,004, we've just kind of seen it calm down a little. And at this point in time, while alts have been hitting it off, Bitcoin has been calming. So we have been seeing a bit of a rotation. Solana is one of those cryptos that has just nailed it, knocked it out of the park. Part of my legacy portfolio, now up to $72.85. We've got XRP also doing okay. I mean, XRP slowly grinding to the upside right now, trading at 0.647. So XRP, of course, my largest bag. And, I am looking for profit this bull run. Going to be keeping a portion of my XRP for that long term. And I'm going to be talking about percentages at my Patreon, patreon.com/workingmoneychannel. for my legacy portfolio. Of course, that includes my XRP, my Bitcoin, and many other of those cryptocurrencies that I've mentioned to you guys that I do hold. Greed is at 81, so now we're still hovering in the 80s, guys. And as the Bitcoin numbers keep tapering off, 1.13% gain for Bitcoin only in the last 24 hours, we are seeing other alts do their thing. So this is a classic example of that rotation phase, right? When people have made their money on Bitcoin and put them into altcoins. We've got Solana's up 14%. As I mentioned before, even Cardano's up 18.8%. And many of the altcoins are actually up quite a bit. We got Polkadot up 7.11. Matic coin is up 7.32, just to name a few. So guys, as your crypto portfolios grow, they're obviously going to be worth more money. So just be safe, just be prudent. Make sure you keep your crypto secure in a cold wallet storage solution. Now, I personally use the Ledger Nano, and I do have an affiliate link in the description of every video I do. And I always urge you guys, you can use the link if you want. You don't have to use it. I just want you guys to keep your crypto safe. And I just thought I'd bring this to you. Ledger just emailed me this. Get the Ledger Nano devices in Ruby Red and save 20%. So it looks as though they are having a deal on the Ruby Red Ledger Nanos specifically. So that particular color, you guys can see saving 20% actually is a pretty good deal. And it doesn't hurt to have a backup either. Just in case something does happen, you can recover, you can restore to your backup device. I personally have two. I haven't even unwrapped one of them. They're just kind of sitting there just in case. And if the Ledger is not your thing, well, you can always use Uphold Vault. It is now here, guys. Uphold just posted this. It's a state-of-the-art assisted self-custody solution for Uphold users. They just posted a promo video too, guys. Watch this. So if you want, you can now keep your crypto safe with Uphold Vault. I don't know how many of you guys are Uphold users. It's crazy to see. I mean, the FOMO is definitely kicking in, and you can feel the excitement in the air, but we're not quite at that euphoria phase. We're getting there slowly, but the plebes, the normies out there, they have not filed into crypto yet. So they're going to be our exit liquidity at the end of the day. And companies like Robinhood are already enticing a new batch of crypto FOMOers into the market with news like this. Robinhood has just unveiled Bitcoin rewards to entice EU traders to their new crypto app. So guys, another example here of how, this bull run is going to roll out. I mean, it's been the same time and time again. With every bull run, we see a new wave of crypto adopters who want to learn. They'll buy at the last minute. Markets will go to new all-time highs. You and I will exit, and they will be left holding the bag, going through another bear market, and then they will eventually learn, buying at the bottom, and then the cycle repeats. So according to Robinhood's press release, this app is now accessible to all eligible adult customers based in the EU. The launch comes right on the heels of Robinhood debuting its broader investing platform in the UK last week, a main feature intended to attract users to Robinhood's crypto-backed rewards program. Based on their total monthly trading volume across the 25 plus available cryptocurrencies, customers will receive a percentage back in Bitcoin. So to entice users, they're offering Bitcoin. Not the first company to do it, but again, another mechanism to get retail into crypto. And they're offering it now. Don't know how many people are going to rush into this at this moment. But guys, it's going to be good for us. It's going to be good for prices. Wow, XRP just spiked over the last few minutes. You guys can see it up here now. It is at 65.3. So right up there, 65.3. But yeah, retail, that is going to be the key to get this market up and running. And hopefully we even see, real world utility ramp things up too by the end of the market cycle. Despite calls from U.S. senators like Elizabeth Warren, I can't believe, this is still the narrative, their point of view that they're conveying here. This one from Watcher Guru. U.S. Senator Elizabeth Warren says there's a new threat out there. It's crypto, and we can't allow that to continue. I'm sure many of you guys have already seen this clip, but if you haven't, here it is.
There's a new threat out there. It's crypto, and it is being used for terrorist financing. It is being used for drug trafficking. North Korea is using it to pay for about half of its nuclear weapons program. We can't allow that to continue.
Yeah, with zero context, that sounds appealing, but of course, Elizabeth Warren, you are completely off the mark. Luckily, we've got senators like Bill Hagerty here getting a little bit more nuanced when it comes to cryptos and crypto regulation in the United States. He says here, I can understand why large banks are opposed to cryptocurrencies. The technology has the potential to disrupt much of the traditional banking model. This is not a fight for DC to pick sides. We need to regulate with a light touch that doesn't kill innovation in the U.S.
I'd love to get your thoughts on crypto, because Jamie Dimon said if he was in charge of the government, maybe have a seat like yours, he would push to shut it down. What did you make of that? Should the government be doing more?
Anne-Marie, I can understand why anybody at a large bank would say that. Their business model is quite different. Cryptocurrency could be a threat to a number of things that the traditional banking community is working on and puts forward. But I'm not concerned about that. We need to come back and look at this industry and maintain the innovative aspects of the cryptocurrency industry rather than push it offshore. And we've seen the problems that are created like that. We need to figure out a good way, a proper way, an appropriate way to regulate cryptocurrency here with a light enough touch that will allow us to continue to lead the way with innovation.
And so that's what it should be about, the light touch to continue leading the way with innovation. They don't want to squash the market. They don't want to crumble it before it even gets off the ground. But, you know, when we've got losers like this trying to tamp down crypto, well, I mean, I'm sure there's another agenda. She can't be that stupid, can she? Can she? Gets me wondering. I mean, saw this too from Michael Branch. Data shows that fiat currencies like the US dollar are implicated in $3.2 trillion in illegal activities annually. And crypto's role constitutes less than 1%. So, you know, these news outlets coming out, you know, saying, look, guys, these are the statistics here. If you really want to talk about fraud and corruption and laundering and terrorist financing, well, you should look at traditional banks, because how were terrorists doing this before cryptocurrency? Clearly through the traditional model. So it's not about you know, tamping down crypto because of the illegal activities. What it is about, it's about the regulation, of course, you know, how governments are going to be able to do this in a way where innovation is not stifled. And I think that is the most important point. So the new Binance CEO, Richard Tang, he shared a viewpoint that challenges the prevailing narratives from the banking sector regarding crypto and the alleged illicit activity surrounding that. Tang highlighted facts from an authority source to counter the frequent calls to shut down crypto based on alleged ties to criminal activities. And so he posted a tweet here. That was from yesterday. Specifically, the Binance CEO quoted an analysis conducted by a lecturer at the University of Western Australia. This researcher curated data from the United Nations, the World Economic Forum, and crypto analysis. So it's interesting because at the same time they are quoting resources that I'm a little skeptical of. Nevertheless, I think okay. U.S. banking sector, they do not want crypto because they have a vested interest in the U.S. banking sector remaining the way it is, because they make money the way they do. Without crypto, the friction is where, you know, those top tier banks, first tier banks, how they make their money. So, you know, the crypto adoption really does throw a wrench in their plans. For us, we're kind of caught in the middle of it. We hold coins like XRP that have true value because of the utility. And so, you know, we want that to be adopted. However, you know, we also don't want to be Great Reset by the World Economic Forum. So at the same time, you know, the WEF wants to use, you know, DLT technology. The American banking sector wants to, you know, keep it the status quo and paint all cryptocurrency with one brush. And we're just kind of stuck in the middle. So it is a bit of a complicated situation. Nevertheless, you know, the crypto industry is coming out voicing their opinions, but U.S. government has, in fact, passed a bill to promote mass blockchain adoption. So this one coming from Ian Binns on Twitter. A U.S. House committee passed a pro-blockchain bill with unanimous support. If it takes effect, it will increase blockchain adoption in the country by tasking the U.S. Secretary of Commerce with promoting its deployment. Cointelegraph reported, citing a recent committee session. The Committee on Energy and Commerce passed and deployed American Blockchain Act of 2023, a dozen-page bill aimed at promoting the competitiveness of the U.S. related to the deployment, use, application, and competitiveness of blockchain technology or other distributed ledger technology. Before the bill was passed, Blockchain Association CEO Kristen Smith said it rightfully advanced the country's competitiveness in the blossoming industry. It covers a variety of actions the Secretary of Commerce needs to take if it becomes legally effective. These include drafting suitable policies and best practices and recommendations for the public and private sectors in the process of using blockchain technology. So it seems pretty level-headed. It seems like, well, I mean, I guess we just have to wait until the bill is passed, if the bill is passed. But it does seem very logical, at least, the way they want to go about crypto. We will see what happens in Congress. And so, to that double-edged sword, we are seeing, while institutional players, they definitely want a piece of this pie. And I'm very, very happy that the institutions realize that, there are certain cryptocurrencies that they want weighted more heavily. Others that, yeah, okay, we'll take a chance on these. Guys, check this out. Digital asset ownership among high net worth investors. High net worth investors, 15% of their portfolio is in Ripple or XRP. Some of the other cryptocurrencies, of course, include Bitcoin, Ethereum, Bitcoin Cash, Ethereum Classic, and Litecoin. So, the typical, proof of work coins. But guys, XRP, after all those proof of work coins, the next coin that is not a security, XRP. So this is from a report from earlier this year exploring institutional interest in blockchain applications and digital asset uses. So institutions are here. This is what they're saying. Institutions are here, but the biggest players have yet to arrive. Study findings reveal that 58% of institutional investors surveyed claim to have ownership in digital assets. Given this information, it is reasonable to wonder why we have yet to see meaningful increases in overall market capitalization of this asset class. Now, again, this was from a few months ago, but we are now currently seeing, market cap grow slowly. This, though, is from retail spec trading. Market cap right now at 1.61 trillion, and it's been hovering around 1.59, 1.6, 1.61, give or take. So we're really not seeing those meaningful numbers, at least not yet. But institutions are there. The big players have yet to arrive, guys. It's only a matter of time before they really start pumping money into the market. But as you can see, XRP on that list underneath a lot of these proof of work coins. And so I will link this in the description of the video for you. This is the actual report right here. So digital ownership among crypto hedge funds. We've got XRP here at 30%. Check that out. Solana is another one of those coins that hedge funds own a lot of. And then digital asset ownership among high net worth investors. That was the last chart I showed you guys with XRP at 15%. So I think that speaks volumes. I think, we're just seeing the beginning of this. This market is really going to ramp up, but they do not want retail in. Cypress Domenicor here. This was huge and got no mainstream media attention. So, we've got the clip of Elizabeth Warren, which I showed you guys earlier. But the other thing he mentions here is this post to LinkedIn by the Bank for International Settlements. So we've got Elizabeth Warren warning us that, crypto is for fraud and North Korea is using it for terrorism and so on and so forth. But on the other hand, something that got no media attention, this from the Bank for International Settlements on November 29th and 30th, the Bank for International Settlements Financial Stability Institution and the Alliance for Financial Inclusion co-organized a workshop which explored the implications of the growth in digital assets for financial inclusion. 150 participants from 78 institutions in 43 jurisdictions. So guys, look at the numbers here. 150 participants, okay? 78 institutions. These are all institutions that definitely have faith in cryptocurrency and the technology behind it. In 43 jurisdictions, I'm guessing that means countries, discussed how cryptocurrencies, stablecoins, and central bank digital currencies might accelerate progress on financial inclusion, as well as the risks and challenges confronting standard-setting bodies, central banks, and regulators. So, if this doesn't speak volumes, I don't know what does. This is the noise, okay? Do not pay attention to this. Make sure you're getting into the market at the right time if you're looking to invest. Of course, that's not financial advice. I'm not telling you what to do. That's just common sense. So to his point here, and I got to thank Cypress Domenicor here for his great research, we got to wake up, or the plebes have to wake up. You know, we've got to get on the right side of the trade. Again, another reason why I wanted to share my trading picks for this bull run at patreon.com/workingmoney-channel. I'm going to keep going, guys, because we're getting some more hints here at where things are moving. BlackRock recommends investors to allocate 80%, really 80, of their portfolio to BTC, plus BlackRock's gold ETF approval caused gold's price to increase by 5x. This one courtesy of ISO 20022. Let's do it. Check this out, guys. Where did he post it? No, I think it was, yeah, this was it. He says, Exhibit presented the results starting with a 60-40 equity bond portfolio, which is produced with a risk aversion, and then gives the equation there. The optimal BTC allocation is large at 84.9%. Although BTC has an extremely large volatility of 1.322 on the index, the pronounced positive skewness leads to a large allocations that dominates in the utility function. So guys, even BlackRock is recommending that their investors allocate a large quantity to Bitcoin, even though it is volatile. The ISO GOAT also noting something I think of interest here, okay, that also connects to BlackRock. And so what you need to know about spot Bitcoin ETFs, guys, and then connecting that to this, why BlackRock and why now? So why is it BlackRock? Why? They talk all about the Bitcoin ETF in this paper. And not only that, guys, in the same breath, actually on the same page, they're talking about Ripple's lawsuit and XRP token not being a security. So also mentioning XRP in here, we know there's no XRP related product, at least not as of now. We were getting inclinations that one might be released soon. We do have ETPs that are being released. So XRP mentioned in this same paper, pretty much in the same breath as, talking about getting into institutions, most importantly. I think I should clarify that. Institutions getting into the BlackRock ETF. So guys, if it wasn't before, now XRP is on the radar of institutions too. And so just to kind of add to this, Chad Steingraber also mentioning this. The final touches on the spot Bitcoin ETF are being made as we speak. This has to do with Fidelity's spot Bitcoin ETF. So Fidelity, also one of those huge financial institutions that is creating this Bitcoin ETF for their clients too. Their Bitcoin ETF is listed on the DTCC website as per this post here. So spot Bitcoin ETF by Fidelity was listed on the Depository Trust and Clearing Corporation website under the FBTC ticker. During an interview on Thursday, U.S. Senator Elizabeth Warren called crypto a new threat. And earlier this week, JP Morgan Chase CEO Jamie Dimon also voiced his stance against crypto, suggesting it would be shut down. So, okay, these guys are calling for doom, gloom, crypto bad, yet what they're doing is very different. Bitcoin spot ETFs listed by major financial institutions, Fidelity, BlackRock, not only that, BlackRock, also mentioning XRP in this paper too. To me, it's a no-brainer. I mean, I've been doing this for years now, and so the market is hot. They really do want retail to pile in. I think we're going to see a retrace. I think we will, in fact, see some retail. I mean, if they don't have the courage, might sell off too early. If we do see a 20% correction, this is why I'm waiting on the sidelines, guys. And you can follow me if you want at patreon.com/workingmoneychannel. I'm going to be sharing my trading journey there. That's just my opinion, but I want to hear what you guys think. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video if you like the content I'm providing. I always love hearing your comments. See you in the next one, guys.